Yep. Okay. Yeah, there it goes. Right now I'm just getting an ad. Yeah, here it is. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Oh, yeah. All right. All right. Gotcha. I don't think you've. I don't think the game is showing up on OBS.
Yes, we didn't notice it myself.
No problem. Gotcha.
Misaki, I don't think you can be heard on the stream.
Ah.
Yeah, it's still streaming, just I don't hear anything when I turn the volume. Oh, wait a second.
Yeah.
Okay, I can hear myself now, but
Yeah. Same here.
that's weird.
Yeah,
Might
your
be.
audio just doesn't seem to be coming through.
I
Oh,
think I know what that is. There we go.
All right.
Alright. Let me make sure.
okay.
Okay. Alright, yeah, I muted the website. It said to make sure of that. I had to reset the mic to the actual mic and not default.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay, so. From the top again. We're in the town now. I just handed in our summons, which is your starting quest. It gives us this supply bag here, and by the way, if you do not take items from the rewards or drops, they disappear when you leave, so they're gone for good. And in it we had these 2 potions, which I'm going to put into the main bag. One of these keys and this ring. And the ring will give us 1 agility and 1 intellect. I don't need the intellect because I'm a warrior.
Okay.
But I could use the agility because agility is for attack speed. And we had... I'll go ahead.
This game certainly looks like one of those old, like PCs.
I think that's kind of the aesthetic they were going for.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And the beast eye was from a drop from a monster we fought on the way here. I would have 2 potions, but I went to a node, which is the things that you click on the world map to travel around and fight and go to different events, where they needed help and they needed a potion, and they gave me 15 gold for giving them the potion and told me about a strong monster on the field. And by helping those people, you can either ask, or well, if they don't need anything, you can either just talk to them potentially. And you can ask for advice or a rumor, as I've said before. My friends here pointed out that the mic was not working properly in OBS. And as I said, rumors are what you want to talk about / ask them about anytime. Because rumors will always give you, if there is something going on nearby, the location of a strong monster you can potentially fight, or a treasure chest to show up for items. Now, the thing with a treasure chest is there can be a monster protecting them, and the chest can be a mimic, and both things can happen at the same time.
Mimics, aren't they fun?
Indeed.
So you do not want to approach the chest, because it says you have these things like this for the chest. It'll say leave and approach. When you approach the chest, you'll fight the monster guarding it. And then if you go to open it, if it's a mimic, you'll fight the mimic. And if you do both of those things, and it's a mimic, you'll be fighting the mimic and the monster guarding it at the same time. So, yeah. Twilight had the right sentiment there.
Yeah.
Alright, so this is kind of an interesting thing. You actually have a cart for when you're buying things. So right now we're in the town. They have an inn which costs 8 gold, and it takes 2 minutes of the day, and there is a time limit in this game before you lose. So you want to make sure you absolutely have to sleep to heal before you sleep at an inn or in a house in an abandoned, or in a bed in an abandoned house before you do it. Because there's potions and there's wells that you can also drink from to heal. Not to mention, I'm pretty sure every class has some form of skill to heal themselves. Even the warrior does.
I see.
Yep, it's called Warm Aura. I tend not to get it so much because I've never really seen it do too much while I'm fighting. Travel, I think, is going to be something they're going to do later on. The guild is where you hand in quests, and this is your storage, so I put all of the quest items in storage because you don't have to have them on you to actually turn in the quests. And you can see down there where it says weight, every item has weight. If you exceed that, it won't let you put it in the bag.
Gotcha.
I think I'm just going to grab this dagger for now. So then you click View Cart. Then you can remove things from here. It'll tell you your total gold and what your total cost and what you have. So I'm going to check out. It'll pull up there. Then I just drag it over here. And your broken sword that you start with and your dirty shirt are actually not worth anything. So you kind of just want to, when you start, right-click them and throw away.
Gotcha.
But you want to click back to get to here to sell anything after switching equipment out. Blue encircled equipment like this is enchanted or / magic equipment. There is a way to enchant pieces, but it'll only work once per each time you can do it at each location. And I'll get to that later because we will run across those quite a bit. So not every town has everything. This one has armor, weapons, potions, and guild, and an inn. Not every town will have an armor shop or a weapon shop, or even a potion shop, or even the guild. There's also a general shop, which is usually, it might sound nice, but it's not going to have everything you're looking for.
Okay.
It'll usually just have a couple pieces of less than useless or less than useful equipment and maybe a couple potions that you don't really need at the moment. Alright, so your gold is marked there. This is your status window, has your total health, your magic, and your experience bar. You get 3 points to put into your stats each level. Blue means they're augmented by something. Like those are being augmented by the ring.
Alright.
I just put on the dagger because it's 1-1 damage, where like the broken sword was 0 to 1 damage. Alright, so this was the monster that showed up after we talked to the guy in this node here. As you can see, it's no longer a yellow question mark. And this is what a strong monster that they mentioned are what those nodes look like. And these are all the other nodes that I can go to with a line to them that haven't been explored yet. And this is a dungeon I can travel to. But I have to like travel to this node and then I can travel to there potentially. So you just click and then you can actually inspect, and you can do this for towns too. Like you can click on the town and hit inspect and it'll actually show you every shop that's in the town.
Nice.
So say you're looking for armor to upgrade and you have quest items to hand in. And there's because you can usually find a couple towns nearby when you're traveling. Okay, so you click on the closer town, it might have one of them but not the other, then the other, but the further town has both. Then you know, okay, you want to go to the further town. Okay, so here's the same thing. We went to the node, we have and we got another wanderer on the path that, like we did before, you see another wanderer on your path sitting on a rock. They look curious. The wanderer is holding some treasure and doesn't notice you. You usually want to buy the item if you have the money to and you can spare it, because it can be anything. It can be equipment, it can be the crystals that warp you out of dungeons. His is an enchanted staff, which we don't use, but I can use that for stuff later on or just sell it. And this is what I was talking about here. Talk about rumors, talk about advice. You want to ask about rumors, and he mentions another monster sitting around somewhere. So now we have 2 monster nodes that we can eventually go fight once we get a couple more levels on us.
I gotcha.
So now we're going to travel some more, hope for some encounters, or have a monster show up here. Okay, so I have another person in a hooded... the game is referred to as a hooded figure approaching us. Oh no, there's a hooded figure sitting on a rock. They greet us. We say talk to them. This is the same thing, except this person doesn't need help. We can just talk to them and ask for advice. And sometimes you just get something like this where they just mention a rumor in general about something in the world, and they don't really give you anything outside of what it says. So this one is saying, the hooded figure says, I've heard stories of strange altars in the dungeons below the graveyards. Some say they are a source of great power, but be careful associating with forbidden magic. So here's another town. So let's head down this way. Okay, so here we have a skeleton. As you can see, this is where the difference with it being just stationary windows comes in. The monsters actually move the windows around.
Oh, wow.
So now we have our level up now. So you click loot, and we have armor and a skull. A skull is actually for a specific quest that'll come up later. Once I hit leave and continue, he's going to continue on the path, so I'm going to wait until I finish my level up. My starting gift, I picked the Book of Sword Mastery, so we already have Sword Mastery level 1. And I'm going to pick Vigilance, which gives you 40% faster attack speed on your first attack. And for each level I put into that, it actually gives me more attacks in a row that do that. Up to 6. Because skills go up to level 6.
Alright.
And, like, this is your battle skills on the window in the fights. Attack, block, and escape. And then you can change these to your skills and move block over here and escape wherever you want. So now I'm just going to put all 3 points into strength to increase my attack. And now we're going to continue on. And actually, this is better armor, so we're going to put that on for now.
Alright.
Okay, now I have another wander on the path. We've not actually had any of the interesting events like the empty houses yet. They could do more with the houses, which is one thing I will say. All of the houses are essentially the same unless they're a quest. Because this guy wants help. And when they say they want help, they basically you have to fight off a monster for them. And that monster, which we didn't get to see, introduces another one of the new mechanics with the windows. They can throw poison darts, which will shoot across the screen in a window from right to left. And you have to click the avoid button on them.
I see.
And there's other things like that. So we got a skull and an axe. Axes don't require anything and they are slightly stronger. So I'm going to switch over to the axe. So now we talk to them, talk about rumors. And this person is just asking about if we've heard about the Foundation. They're a group of cultists in the mountains that summon demons, and they're asking about why they would do that, because demons are dangerous. And you would fight demons and others, and that's the thing. From the grass to the mountains to the forest, you would fight different monsters. See, now we're fighting a giant fungaloid because we're in the forest.
Okay.
I've not actually blocked yet, and blocking does help. So he dropped a potion. Basically, if you have a monster that would cause an effect to your windows, or aside from just reducing the damage they do, certain monsters actually cause effects to your windows when they hit you, and if you're blocking it, negates it.
I see.
Okay, so this is a hooded figure that says that they can help you with our adventure. And the first time it usually doesn't cost you anything. So you say you're interested, and then they say that it's free. And then they tell you, and it says that you feel a change in yourself and your health regeneration has permanently increased. So I'm going to head over to the town here. Got another fungaloid to fight. And we just got another notice for a quest.
Gotcha.
And there's a living seed, which is for a different quest. So click this, and we have just... Yeah, see, this town just has a general store in the guild. This looks like this is just a quest for a potion. And those are kind of weird. They're a lot of time wasters. You get a potion, but you go there and you have to wait in line. And if you try to skip, you get in a fight, and then everyone leaves after you defeat the person. And you end up with no potion.
I see.
So we're going to throw the skulls and the living seed in there. The living seed quest is nice because it's actually a potion that gives you a skill point. Along with the experience. Alright, so we've got a farmhead in here. We don't have any headgear, so I guess we'll buy that. Get a little more defense going at the moment.
Okay.
I'm holding on to the staff for some uses that the enchanted items have later on. Now, a mountain is also like a dungeon, these areas right here. And stars are quest locations, like that one that says limited time offer. That's for that quest.
I gotcha.
Oop, didn't want to click that. So let's head down further, try to get some more encounters. Got another skeleton. There is one quest for bandits' teeth, and the only way to get those is to actually run into events that are bandits. And you usually have to fight 2 or 3 of them at a time. 2 or 3 of them in one event, but you fight them one after the other, not all at the same time.
I see.
Alright, so I'm going to raise Sword Mastery again to increase the damage of it. Put my 3 points into Strength again, and then we'll loot this guy. a bone club, which we're just going to sell later, and another potion. Another wanderer. We have not had any houses yet. Okay, this guy wants our axe, which... Wow. I don't think I've seen that before. Sometimes they'll offer to buy items from you, but they can offer to buy what you're actually using, so you want to be careful and read that. Because this guy wants the axe, and the only axe that we have is the one that I'm using to fight. But after I said no the first time, he actually increased the amount that he would buy it for a little bit. Yeah, if he wanted the dagger, I would have gladly sold him it. Alright, yep, sometimes you'll find nothing on the enemies. There's something those fungaloids can do we haven't actually seen them do just yet. Okay, so here's a bandit, and I'm actually gonna run. Oh crap, I have to fight. They spotted me. Bandits actually have a lot of health. There you go. He threw a bomb, and I actually had to click on it. Ow. Should probably block. I was probably gonna die at this point. Yep. Now I have to automatically fight the next one already. I don't get a break in between.
Oh, wow.
The only time you potentially would is if it says they're trying to run.
I see.
Alright, so I got 2 bandits' teeth and a bandit sword from one of them. Let's move the teeth over there. And the other bandit had nothing, but they always have a treasure chest. Invisibility potion. So this will give us +1 travel distance, 13% escape chance, and 2 strength, 4 defense, and okay, yeah, that's just better. So we'll swap those out. Leave. This right here is one of the 3 beacons you need to light and face a boss at to get one of the endings in the game.
Gotcha.
Alright. Alright, after this guy I'm gonna... Nice, another beast eye. When we stop again... Oh no, we got a... This is one of the things you can heal from. It's gonna drop a gold on it and then drink until it won't let me heal. There we go. This is a monolith. This is the thing that you can use to enchant other items, but you can only do that once. But if you drop a legendary item in this, you can do that as many times as you want. And each time you drop one legendary item in it, it gives you 2 stat potions.
I see.
And you can, if you just drop a single enchanted item in there instead of trying to enchant an item, it gives you a skill point. Because you activate them when you drop any type of enchanted item in there. So by enchanting another item, you activate them still.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm not blocking to reduce damage at the moment. Which is part of why it's... I'm just gonna grab Retaliate, which is every time I get hit, it adds an extra damage to my attack.
Probably for the best.
You still take damage even when you do block, just not as much.
Okay.
Let's throw the teeth in there and our other eye. We actually have a bit of stuff to sell right now. Nope, no quests. Go back. Potion, sell the dagger. How the invisibility potion works is it's kind of like they can't see you so they can't fight you because they don't know where you are. Alright, looks like we got another quest, and I still have to distribute my stat points.
Darkside Phil would have found this game confusing, that's for sure.
Most likely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is. You can buy versions of these called small bags. They're the same weight, but they're like about 50 gold.
Ah,
So it's not till about like you're about midway in, about level 7 or 8, that you're actually able to afford them easily. And you have to wait till this event till the map for the map to show up too.
I see.
There's a map that'll show up in storage, but you have to wait for that message in your quests to show up before it's there. So here's the map. There's these four big cities here, and it shows you where the 3 beacons are. You have to light all 3 of them by fighting the knights at them, which are bosses, and defeating them to get into the castle here for one of the endings.
I see.
I've taken out this very first one's knight once. I have the accessory, but it's on my other file from him still because it slows down time.
Gotcha.
And we're at full health, so I don't need to rest right now.
Sorry, I'm just noticing this, but I think you haven't changed the title of the stream either.
Oh, Oh, yeah.
I just noticed that. Sorry.
No problem.
Same here.
Just thought I'd point that out.
There we go, edit. Usually tend to forget something. This time it happened to be 2 things. There it goes. It changed on mine. Let me know if it changes for you guys.
Okay.
Alright, so that monster dropped a potion for us. Not bad.
May have to refresh the story.
Yeah, it's changed now.
Yep, there it is.
Alright. Darn, nothing. The item for the 4 beast eyes is really nice because it gives you potion discounts. So there's a dark monolith. The ground is raised as if the monolith was pushed out from below the surface. Approach. The monolith towers above you, absorbing all sound in the area. And then you make an offering, and then if I were to throw in 3 enchanted items and 1 non-enchanted, it would activate, but it would enchant the non-enchanted item.
Gotcha.
If I throw in a legendary, this is how I get the 2 stat potions, or just throw in an enchanted item and offer it. It'll give me a skill point, so this is why I held on to the staff.
Alright.
This also is for getting another ending. But there's like 5 of these you have to activate, and then you have to go to a specific area.
I see.
Alright, so now I'm going to grab Critical Focus, because that ups your chances of getting critical hits. And I think for a decent while now, that's all I'm going to get, so I'm just going to be working on leveling these skills up. Alright, let's inspect this town. Oh, that's right, we were just there. You can actually see that that well is dry now on the world map too, which is nice.
See?
And what do you say we go take on one of those strong monsters we were told about? Another hooded figure that looks scared. Let's give him a potion. Gave us 21 gold, and he just mentions the foundation. Okay. Travel up into the mountain plateau here. Got a fungaloid that showed up. The fungaloids are basically one of the things that can summon like mini versions of themselves at a certain point. Another new enemy, yay. These guys can curse, which is fun.
Oh boy.
There it is! Get it! Good. Mouse
Nice.
does not work properly all the time for me to get those. Curse can be removed out of Monolith endlessly like everything else can but enchanting.
Gotcha.
But you need a charm and a cursed item.
I think Curse is probably like one of the worst status ailments in just about any RPG.
It reduces a stat by 1 in this,
Ah,
and you can have it multiple times.
oh wow.
You can have poison stack too.
Wow.
Because later on, there's a monster that has things like that show up, but it's 2 tentacle vines, and they both poison when they hit.
I see.
And I got hit by both tentacles twice, so I had like a 4 stack of poison, and that's what killed me.
Wow. That sounds pretty rough.
They're not hard. It's just, yeah, they take like 4 hits to kill. Okay, there's the Beast Eyes quest that I was talking about.
Alright.
A potion coupon just gives you a discount on all potions. Okay, we got 3 bandits now. I'm going to try to run. Damn, they found me, so now I have to fight them. These guys are much weaker, thankfully. These bandits toss bombs, and that actually will cause another status ailment, burn.
Oh wow.
And that will make you take extra damage when you're hit.
I see.
And sleeping does not remove poison, by the way.
Oh wow.
So how I handle bandits is I will fight them all and then I will loot them. So now the last bandit is trying to get away, which is why it is not... Which is why you didn't see the 3rd one pop up yet. I have to be able to get to the world map here, though, first, to attack him.
Gotcha.
Because if you just leave, you can't get their treasure, and you're missing out on the experience from them, too.
Okay.
So now all 3 bandits are dead. Now I can search their treasure. They had another invisibility potion and leather armor, which is better than what I have, just not enchanted.
Alright.
So this guy had another ring. Oh, I got 2 rings. I need to look at those. Something up?
I have to leave Final Fantasy 15 idle for several minutes because unfortunately I can't take pictures during the nighttime for certain quests. I mean.
Ah.
Yeah.
And so I got a 2 agility and a 2 strength ring. Better than this one, which we'll use for monoliths. So we'll put these 2 rings on, give us 2 strength and 2 agility. And then leave.
Okay.
And now we shall approach this guy. Didn't quite reach him yet.
Ah.
Yeah, I've been inches from town, like a couple ticks of the countdown, and still had a fight.
Wow.
Like this. We're probably like 1 or 2 countdowns away, or whatever you want. 1 or 2 meters on the distance left away, yeah. 4 left on the distance, and we got in a fight.
Wow.
Yep, see? 0 left, another fight. Sometimes it does that.
That sounds really trollish.
Alright, so we have a Hell War as our strong enemy here. Okay, well, now you see how fast blocking is, then you have to unblock, which is just as fast to attack again. So we gave us a small shield which we'll use, because that gives us better damage reduction when blocking, and also increases our defense.
Nice.
And a potion of cure-all, which I have not seen before. So let's head towards this other monsters. I think we have enough health to take it on still. I would like a better helm and footwear potentially at some point. You can see something wiggling off in the distance, and I'll get into what that is much later on. A Plague Eater. A stronger version of the common zombie, the Unburied, in this. Yay, another level.
Nice.
Alright, so... let's increase our chances of criticals. Loot you. Ooh, he had a small bag.
Alright.
I put those on the interface just so they take up less room.
Okay.
Oh, I do. I have the cultist mask I can put up here for extra defense. So he had a cleaver, which is much weaker than, well, yeah, it's a little weaker than what we are already using.
Alright.
And he gave us a charm, which makes us immune to poison. And if I'm correct, oh no, it's just called magic root. I was gonna say, from the way it looked, I'm pretty sure it was called magic garlic.
Ah.
But it's not.
I see.
So yeah, that wiggling shadow over there is kind of what you are racing against in the time limit. It does have a name, but in case we decide to stream this again, don't want to spoil anything.
No problem.
Alright, another ring. 1 strength, 8 magic power. Put the ring over here. You. And let's drop a gold and move on. Got a corpse eater. These guys just tend to attack a couple bit, then they try to burrow into the ground and dig away.
Huh.
Thankfully, when they do that, they don't really do anything because they're not really paying attention to you.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, we now got leather shoes. Yay, footwear, more defense.
Nice.
You know, to actually beat the boss, I had pieces of like level 8 armor I've never had before, which was probably part of why I was able to beat him with just 2 potions.
Alright.
Because I had the winged helm, the breastplate, and greaves.
Gotcha.
Another antidote. Got another hooded figure. Talk. Buy his item. That is a cursed item. They are outlined in purple.
Oh boy.
They will say rotten, limp, or something else along those lines at the top of their name if they're cursed. And this is why they're cursed. They reduce a stat.
I see. So, so yeah, it's kind of like, it's almost like the items with certain names and Beyond the Beyond.
Yes, there is prefixes. Each prefix pertains to different things.
Yep.
There's suffixes too.
Ah.
Here is a legendary item, because they're outlined in gold and their name has got a gold box around it.
Oh wow.
Skill teleport, interesting. It's only 1 defense though, because it's like the worn shirt you start with.
Ah.
1 intellect, 12 magic regeneration. They're all specially named too. Plus 10% magic item find, plus 50% poison resist. Name, Wormskin. Okay, so that traveler told us about this treasure right here. Oh, got an imp.
Alright.
I was hoping I'd be fast enough to hit him before he got me, just barely. So he dropped a wood wand plus 1 and a scroll of burn, it looks like.
The only problem with navigating Altisha is that it's a friggin' maze.
Yeah. I will agree with you there.
Yep.
Alright. Fungaloid down. Another antidote. Always nice to have. Mimic!
Nice.
Don't they just look lovely? They're almost as creepy with that tongue as the ones in Dark Souls.
Yep. That's for sure.
So he dropped a enchanted wood wand and then 2 oak staffs. I think I can head back to this town down here to clear out some room again and sell things.
Okay.
Yeah, my main bag that has the most room is practically full.
Ah.
And the supplies bag here from the starting quest is the only thing with any room left right now. I have about a half a pound or whatever left on the small bag I bought.
Alright. I was going to make a really bad joke and just say that that's the best way to get rid of curses is to delete System 32.
That would be interesting. Even a bone is too much for the bit of weight left in that bag, I guess.
Gotcha.
A bone must at least weigh a pound. Oh, I can check that. It weighs 2 pounds, okay. Interesting.
Alright.
So the bone will only fit there. Hence why we're heading to town. No, Jack, I don't want your toys. Alright. Sorry, I had to make a joke there with how many of them were showing up.
No problem.
Yeah, let's sell some of these.
You mean the skeletons?
Yeah.
Ah.
I made a Jack Skellington joke.
Gotcha. Wow.
Let's sell all of our really weak stuff that we don't really have any use for.
Alright.
Including the bone club. I never use. I only keep those if they're like cursed or enchanted.
Gotcha.
We'll hold on to this to get those couple stat potions from. Oh good, there is a guild here I can make room for. Alright, so there's all of the seeds you need, because most everything usually requires 4 drops for the quest. The living seeds only need 3. And the nice thing is the potion, it's like 300 experience for that quest, and it's for a potion. And the potion gives you a stat point. Or a skill point, my bad. And I see another monolith, by the way, to throw the legendary item into.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I had one quest that took me to a boss. Ah, jeez, I usually have good luck running away from these guys before I even, like, try to talk or approach them. Not this time.
Oh, man.
It's like you trip on your shield and smack your face and the dong notifies them.
Wow.
Might as well be what the hell the game says, you know?
Oh, yeah.
They walk over slowly as they laugh at you smacking your face into your shield. I'm gonna block this attack because I'm not gonna get it off before he's done. As opposed to taking like 6 damage or whatever, I only take 2.
Alright.
And that's the thing, I'm used to being fast enough to get 2 attacks on them, but I'm not right now. Yeah, let's search their treasure. Full health potion, not bad. I'll switch to the short sword, although it's weaker because I have sword mastery. Alright, that bandit was a cheap bastard. He had nothing on him. So we're gonna head over here because there's a monolith here. So I can throw worm skin in there for a couple stat potions. Unfortunately, I already killed these guys in like a couple hits, but the stronger ones we might get to see darts. Dart! Eh! Haha!
Nice.
That poisons.
Ah,
The harder versions throw 2 of them at once.
I see.
Oh, the guy at this beacon, he throws chill arrows which slow down your attack speed.
Oh, wow.
And you'll throw 2 of them and they weave. They don't go straight.
Huh.
And he hits hard. And he can like summon an illusion of himself.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they're kind of hard. I've only fought him. It's like, I think before I try to fight him again, I'm gonna make sure I start putting points into vitality for health. Okay, so we had another hooded figure who just wanted to talk, gave us another monster. I don't think so just yet. We're starting to get to harder monsters here. Cultists! More cursing.
Oh dear.
Their robes are actually pretty nice defense this early on. No, get up there, get up there! Woo! I almost did not make it in time to avoid the curse.
Oh yeah, that was pretty close.
You get to see what I deal with this mouse that's on its way out the door.
Oh yeah.
A lot of the times it works. There's times where when the... Yeah, see, it started to dig, so it wasn't actually attacking me. So I didn't actually take any damage.
Gotcha.
And this one dropped a buckler. A hardy buckler, which is vitality. And
Alright.
armor. I should be able to survive another hit from him. Ooh, a level, okay. I don't need to use a potion now. Since I leveled. It's like one of the nice things.
Oh yeah.
You look forward to it in this. You level up and you heal.
Definitely.
So one of the things I've been reading, and I've not actually ever grabbed it once, is... I think it was Rush? Yeah, Rush. Is an attack you want to grab for the warrior later on. I am going to upgrade Vigilance, though. So I get 2 attacks that are 40% faster. At the start of the fight. Then let's up attack some more for stronger attacks and faster. Crude, there's another cursed phrase. Rotten, crude, and limp. Are you telling me I don't have room for this anywhere? I guess I'll throw away the axe. Alright, potion shop. Let's see here. You we don't need. So we got a hardy buckler, which is just 2 extra vitality, and it's stronger than this shield because there's actually a shield called a regular shield before the buckler.
Alright.
So that's a couple steps up in general. Oh good, I can get to the monolith from here. No, there isn't a guild in this town. Just gonna check around. There's one there. You can't pan the map, which is probably one of my only other complaints.
Gotcha.
And there's like no indication on here where you are. You kind of have to gauge from like what you can see to where you are. Like, there's the beacon, and it's this beacon. I kind of know because the others are kind of far off, and they're towards the top. So we're kind of past this beacon, up right here by this big city.
That does seem kind of annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's very minor compared to how well the game is for how decent the game is for $10.
Gotcha. Oh yeah.
Alright. Let's see, got a lot of health potions. I don't really need one after just leveling, though. Yeah, I just sold everything, so let's go drop this piece of crap legendary shirt into the monolith. approach the monolith, make an offering. I offer you this shirt called Wormskin that should be called Wormbait because it's crap. And we get 2 crescent potions, which give you a stat point each. And you can do this as many times as you want.
Alright.
For 2, each legendary will give you 2 stat potions. Same for curing yourself of a curse. The only thing is you have to have a curse item like the 2 that I have and a charm like the magic root.
Alright.
In the houses that are empty, you can find notes about how to do these things, which is interesting. You just have to know how to decipher those notes.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, I looked that up because I was kind of confused on what the hell they were talking about. Okay, got another figure on the path who needs help fighting an imp. Block to avoid taking what would have probably been about 8 damage there. Nope, 7. Alright, mouse giving me a bit of trouble again. And show you something, because this actually has a suffix and a prefix. It's daft and wrap of health. Oh no, daft and health, yeah.
Ah.
But they refer to different things. The health refers to regeneration, daft refers to agility.
Okay.
Like judgment refers to damage against demons.
Ah.
Yeah. There's like damage against different things, humans, demons, undead. See? The cultist masks all have damage against demons.
I gotcha.
When I learn mage a bit more, we'll try a run with a mage on stream so you guys can see mage.
Okay.
That's where I wanted to see the defense on this. Although 4 agility is nice, I kind of need the defense because I'm a warrior. The rogue's the one that starts with higher agility. Another monster! These powerful baddies just love to be coming out this stream.
Oh, yeah.
Why can't it be treasure? Yeah, see, I took 2 damage there, which would have normally been like maybe 6. Because of the shield more so than anything else. Having the higher blocking than most things. Yeah, another cultist. Thankfully, I don't mind giving up that root to cure a curse if I absolutely need to. Blocking will not stop the curse, though. You still have to do that if it does it, because it's not necessarily an attack. As I found out the last time I came across one and was blocking, thinking that might be what they were doing.
Gotcha.
Okay, so here we go. A forgotten dwelling, aka an empty house. There's always a locked chest in one room and a monster in another room, and that's about it, aside from, like, a bookcase with a scroll and a note on the monoliths. Work from home! Guess what? I've actually gone to this area. The note says it's a monster surrounded by... When you go to the area, the quest star, it says, you see a demon surrounded by corpses.
Oh, wow.
So some of these are like lures to your death.
Wow.
The quest, yeah. I did the one that was the Exorcist house, and that's a really hard-ass boss at the end of it at the bottom of the basement. That killed me too. There is one I can do. I don't know if they've given it to me at the moment. No. It's for taking out skeletons in like a tomb or something. And you fight a blood skeleton at the bottom, and they give you like a guild hat, which is a light helm, but it's got extra stats on it.
Wow.
And then there's 2 treasure chests after you take out the blood skeleton. So you get a lot of equipment because you have the reward for the quest and then that. Let's go enter when we have the storeroom, the side room, the dining room, and the attic. Now, on that quest that I was just talking about, you actually also have an upstairs and the basement, like I said, as opposed to these 4 rooms that are normal. So we went into the storeroom, which is where the monster was on our first guess. And lo and behold, it was a cultist. And he's dead. Okay, so in the attic, we have nothing. The side room, we have the chest, which has the Book of Poison, which we can't use, and a spear. I don't know if any of my bags will fit the spear. No, okay, we'll have to leave the spear behind. So in the dining area, there's going to be a bookcase. Nope, okay, sometimes there's nothing. So I was going to travel back here quickly to sell some more stuff. Alright, so I'll sell the Book of Poison. Sell this armor, sell the wand because it's not enchanted and I don't use wands. The 1 half moon dagger. Alright, that about does it. I'll go up to the mountain area here and show that. No, don't block. Got the block off just in time, too. Alright. A deft silver wand. Not too bad, I guess. Oh no, that's the cure-all potion. I don't want to use that. Just want to heal up a bit with one of my regular potions. Approach the figure, talk. He wants to buy the crude robe. Why not? Yay! Finally someone told us of a treasure chest. I enter the cave. You can actually have falling boulders that drop down on windows you have to avoid in these caves too. Yep, just like that. Let's wander around here. I'm probably not going to explore the whole thing just because they're rather big.
Gotcha.
I'm just going to block because I don't think I'm going to get off an attack before he gets his. And gone. Dropped a cleaver. Yeah, you should fit there. Ah yes, the mad cultist. Alright, loot. Nothing. Ooh, I'm so tempted to go up towards that strong enemy and get the treasure chest. Another half moon dagger. Let's see if I can just drag the box down to make this easier. I'm just gonna leave.
Okay.
There might be some stuff worth it in the chest, but I'll probably have to fight the guy anyway. So there's one of those quests that's a star location up above us, it looks like.